Hey folks, it's early Sunday afternoon, and I just thought I'd come back and just share a little bit of music, because again, that is the main reason why I got on here to make these videos in the first place. This morning I've been drinking my coffee and reading a little bit as I listen to some old Mojo magazines. I like to do the crosswords, and then sometimes old articles, and then reviews. That's one of the cool things about keeping these magazines, is that sometimes old reviews and articles become new articles as artists over time come into your, it's like the information was right there, but at first, it's like it's Greek, and then after a while, about the artist, So I just watched one video this morning, Prague and Jasmine. I know he's got one more I haven't seen, but I went ahead and watched his post-punk video, and as I say often, you folks that know me know that you go back into amongst my 1,000+ videos, and there are several post-punk videos, or it's one of my loves, I guess, if you have to use that as a genre. Now, that's not what I'm listening to, but I want to show a couple things that are related to what Dave was talking about, because, brother, you showed and talked about, I love all those artists, every last one of them, and have pretty much all that music, one way or the other. But what I'm listening to right now is Steven Wilson. This is one of his early solo albums that is pretty, again, you don't hear about it too much. Electronic music, unreleased electronic music on Tone Float. This was released in 2005. Mr. Porcupine Tree. And I hadn't listened to this in a while, and quite frankly, this is the second playthrough on this site because it sounded so good. I said, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and make a video, because I'm into a music vibe now. Double album on really nice 180 gram vinyl, custom die cut Tone Float inner sleeves. Nice. So, okay, I'll set that aside. I also took another good listen to this he said he changed his reference. I heard from him. I can't even read this hardly again. Cyanosis, number 4, or Cyanosis. Roger Hayes. Okay, so it's Sunday. I got a nice laid back coffee and whatever buzz, you know what I'm saying? Nice herbal organic relaxation going on today, which Sundays can be good for, especially it's cold, but it's clear, just mildly cloudy, so it's just a beautiful, beautiful day. And so this really worked this time, you know what I'm saying? It's like you just have to let it go, because there are periods where, there are compositions, and so there will be these shifts of defining slices of guitar and other sound sources. It does sound like many pieces, a lot of it's being done with guitar, or that really stands out. So I really enjoyed this, and it's like, okay, yeah, this made much more sense on a concerted listen. Really, it's pretty decent. Cyanosis. Now, this is something I've been thinking I'll eventually want to needle drop on a jazz tip, unless folks already know about this guy. Malachi Thompson, Spirit on Delmark. This is one that I bought a while ago, and I know I liked it, but it's like I pulled it earlier this week. I've played this 3 times. It's just so nice. It's Malachi Thompson on trumpet, with Leon Thomas on guest vocals, Carter Jefferson tenor sax, Albert Daly piano, James King bass, Nassar Abadeh drums, and Randy Abbott congas. When was this recorded? It was released in 1989. This is really, really fine. Really fine. Excellent. And not today, or not in this video anyway, but this is, if you haven't heard this is some real good jazz. Not all fiery, but just, you know what I mean? So on the post-punk tip, I just grabbed a couple things, you know, some singles, because I left Dave a comment. He was asking if anyone has any original Harthen per Ubu. Show them. I don't anymore. It's another one of those sad things where, well, but I can say I did, because I did. I did actually. I had an original copy of the Modern Dance and 30 Seconds Over Tokyo. I used to have that, but I do have this on 7-inch, Data Panic in the Year Zero, which is a rough trade reissue of Final Solution, which, as you know, is just a fantastic song, backed with My Dark Ages. So I have that. I have some Dave Thomas solo albums, and I know I have one Per Ubu album on vinyl. I have the Modern Dance. I have most of their albums. It's different having the artifacts. He mentioned the. I love the. And Matt Johnson is the guy behind the. Here's an original copy of his original solo album, Burning Blue Soul. This is one of those 4AD releases that really gave the label its mystique, because this is really, really, really cool. Psychedelic and post-punk and very individual, all at the same time. Yeah, I've had this forever. Let me show the inner sleeve. I have forgotten to say that I've been thinking to just, again, but to shout out to Lazarus for calling more attention to consciousness of the inner sleeve. But yeah, it's like his tablet of lyrics written. 4AD. Yeah, and it's very, very, very good. Now, I have sold a bunch of the and collectible stuff too. I sold to a friend, my friend Frank, who lives up in Spokane now. Big Matt Johnson fan. But I also kept, and I know I pulled it. Yeah, the second, the single, Cold Spell Ahead. Don't have the first one. I used to, sold it. Cold Spell Ahead, Hot Ice. This is the first pressing on Some Bizarre, because it's been repressed by Some Bizarre, but this is the first. And I've had it that long too. I have had it as long as it's been out. So again, the is an artist whose voice, for example, is not the greatest, but he has some great ideas, has written some great songs, and has done some really inspired music. I didn't see the with Johnny Marr. I saw them afterwards, and when I saw them, they were disappointing, to be honest. I'm glad to say I saw Matt Johnson play live, but the band that he had backing him up, I even forget who all was in it, but the magic was gone. But here's another Matt Johnson related album that's collectible, but for good reason. This is fantastic. De Fille, Silence and Wisdom. Now, to my understanding, the two people on the cover, that's two guys. Possibly one of them is Matt Johnson. but this is a ruse. The story on the back is about these two girls and this obscure music that they make, and this music is magical. I mean, it works. The music is real special and beautiful and delicate. This is an original copy because I was following I read about it, and so I picked it up. It's got a real nice textured cover, and yeah, this is an original. It's beautiful. Silence and Wisdom. Two Girls in French is, I believe, what the title of the band or the project is. Deux filles. Two girls. And Matt Johnson, like I said, if that's not him on the cover in drag, he is all over this album. Doesn't sound like Matt Johnson. It's really magical. Real beautiful. Well worth the needle drop. You can, just like just about anything I show here, you can find these records, this music online right here on YouTube most of the time. If I remember, I'll write these down, but there you can see it. Silence and Wisdom. Have a listen to this. This Steven Wilson, though, this is tight, isn't this? It's hypnotic, minimalistic, not doing a whole lot, but it's a real cool groove. Before I go, I just grabbed some more of my singles because he was talking about, I loved Julian Cope, but again, I just really dig that whole, I've just always followed England, so Julian Cope, Pete Wiley, Wahheat, Teardrop Explodes, Laurie and the Chameleons, all of that. So I've just got a bunch. I got a bunch of Julian Cope and Teardrop Explodes LPs, 12 inches, and a bunch of 7 inches. So here's some. Love them. Passionate Friend. I'll take him out of the plastic so you can see him. Great song. Colors Fly Away. These are all UK. Oh, this one even has the insert with the lyrics. But most of these are UK or European pressings. Treason. I just love this song. He was talking about the connection between Dereck. I've shown those records recently. Tiny Children by Teardrop Explodes. Oh, here's another, the Dogs of Lust. And this is nice. Nice marble vinyl. I've always liked 7 inches ever since being a kid, growing up on them. Another release of Treason by Teardrop Explodes with a different B-side. A lot of these songs really hold up, and because they were using brass and stuff and going for kind of a classic 60s, kind of a pastiche, but made it their own thing, these records, a lot of them still sound fresh today. They don't really sound that dated. They sound more contemporary, like Motown and stuff like that to me. Haha, I'm Drowning. This is a cool double single. Couple things I pulled were Tuxedo Moon. I don't have the original album anymore, but I do still have this single, What Use, which is just a fantastic song, released by Ralph Records, the Residence record label, or at the time it was still their property. This is just a fantastic song. What Use? Oop. Ralph Records. And one more thing, that's my sister. Hey Stephanie, I'm just finishing up making a video. I'll call you right back. All right. So that'll be kind of surreal for her to watch this back, to be a part of it. But the last thing I want to show is the Love Records label out of, I believe it's out of Finland or Sweden or both, has been shown in the Swedish prog videos. And I wanted to show I have this 7-inch single by Zamla Mama's Mana. I've shown it before, but it's on the Love label. But it's a 7-inch. And it seems to be about, I mean, it's a bit of a reggae pastiche. But as you see, the lion is, you know, toking a joint. I'm not sure what it's about, but it's on the Love label. It's a 7-inch. Let's get that. Yeah. Svenska Love Record. So this is Swedish. Svenska is Swedish, right? Sweden? Isn't that cool, though? I wanted to show that, and I can't read Swedish, but Legione Alleluia. Anyway, I wanted to vibe on some music for a second, people. You know, that's what it's all about. And the record's over. It's time to go.